If I wouldn't draw this roadmap, I would have no idea where I'm going. And that would stress me out. I made this roadmap, and it is from the book called Psychology of Dance by Jim Taylor and Ceci Taylor. One of the ideas is to grade yourself from 1 to 10 in 3 different profiles: personal, physical, and technical. In the book, there are 12 categories mentioned for personal and physical profiles separately. Here are some examples. Make it yours by measuring as little or as many categories as needed. Technical profile is where your dance style related skills come in. If you focus mainly on classical dance for your training, you can grade your splits, turnout, bar, allegro, or even specific elements like demi, plie. Here's another example for those who focus on contemporary dance. Take your time and write down what's important to you. If you train in multiple drastically different dance styles, you can grade either technical profiles for each class separately or come up with the most important skills among them all and fit all of them in one profile of 8, 10, or more skills. Find your sweet spot. Don't overthink it. Now, grade yourself from 1 to 10 in the areas you wrote down. Be as honest with yourself as possible and treat these as your guidelines. Here I have an example. Let's say this is how a dancer graded her personal profile. What we need to pay attention to are the areas that have the lowest grades. We can spot that the dancer struggles mostly with motivation, mental skills, and performance. These could potentially have negative effects on other seemingly unrelated parts of dance over time. This is why it's great to have them all together in one place. The important part is deciding what you will focus on the most in your upcoming training sessions. Once all that is done, you can choose how often you will measure your progress. I do it quarterly to give more room for visible growth. The sweet spot is in the range between 2 weeks and 3 months. After that period has passed, measure yourself again, draw or print out 2 blank graphs next to each other. First, grade your current results and color in the grades accordingly. Only then, fill in your previous results on the other side. Make sure to add exact dates for each graph. Over time, you can compare all of your graphs next to each other. That's a great way to see your growth throughout the year or the length of the project. Do it for each profile separately. Let's get back to the previous example to make it more visual. Let's say the dancer comes back after 3 months and measures her new results. These were the 3 problematic areas: motivation, mental skills, and performance. Now take a look at her new results. The dancer has seemingly improved by 1 to 2 grades in those areas. To make it more visual, I suggest coloring in the progress with a vibrant green color, or you can draw a simple line around the new result as well. If the grade stays the same, that's completely fine. Leave it alone if you are satisfied with it. But there could be regress in some areas as well. In this example, the dancer thinks her intensity has gotten worse and she has less support. That's where I would use a red or orange color for highlighting the regress. To make it even more comprehensive, write the exact progress or regress score next to each area. One thing I will mention, grading yourself is pretty subjective. Try to have as objective data as possible, like before and after photos or videos of yourself. If you need help, ask your dance colleagues or teachers' thoughts and observations. From there on, it will be much easier to compare and set new goals. Maybe you will decide to focus on improving your stronger sides, or you could decide to add extra categories to measure and get rid of those areas that don't move you forward. As an extra tool, I made these tiny progress cards for monthly feedback. I just write down the things I did well and the things I need to do for even better results. Talking about moving forward, you need to know where you are going. And this is correlated to your goals. When I set goals, there are 3 things which I keep in mind. They need to be simple, measurable, and they must have deadlines. If we set goals too high, they feel unachievable. So we better break them down in smaller, achievable goals. For example, if you are a professional dancer and you dance in ballet company, and your goal is to become a ballet soloist in 1 year, did you hear? In 1 year, we have a deadline. You can break it down into smaller goals. For an example, for the next 6 months, you need to improve your flexibility by 25%. Another goal could be to prepare 2 ballet variations for the upcoming ballet competition. And it's very likely that this competition could give you more chances of becoming a soloist. These things could get you closer to your main goal. It's not like you will achieve those goals straight away. There are some things which aren't meant to be in that particular way. But you will find what you are looking for in one way or another, as long as you will actually put in the work, be patient, and hardworking. I hope this helps. Bye.